Hi, Tiffany here for Shimmerz Paints. I'm going to be sharing with you how I created this canvas. I first start off by putting some of the Tim Holtz tissue paper on this canvas here. This is a 8x10 canvas, and I'm using some glue and seal to adhere the tissue paper to the canvas. You can use Mod Podge or multimedia, any type of glue um, that will adhere it to the canvas. I'm now taking the textures in Tidy Whitey and this mask here, or the stencil, and just randomly putting the textures on the canvas. I love this shape and um, the texture it gives to the canvas. Now I'm taking some gesso and just scraping it, on randomly onto the canvas. I'm now taking another stencil here and taking the gritty graphite textures and putting some more um, different type of texture and interest onto the canvas. So I'm now taking the Prima Vintage Vanity paper from Finnabar and just tearing it, this really nice blue colored paper, and just randomly adhering it to the canvas. So I'm taking the textures in the patina color, which is a gorgeous color, and I'm just randomly pouncing it onto the canvas, and it gives it a nice texture as well as some color to the canvas. So I'm going to be using the dimensions, which I love because you can do so many different things with the dimensions. And I am going to be taking it and using that this paint tool again and just pouncing it randomly onto the canvas. And doing this, it creates a nice texture as well as putting the color onto the canvas without um, caking it on, if that makes sense. Because if I was to scrape it on or paint it on, it would make it very dark, and I didn't want that effect. This color is the colorings in Mama Sings the Blues, and again, just randomly spraying it. And I sprayed that lace with the concrete color, and then now I'm just kind of spraying the canvas with it as well. I'm going to be taking the tool again and using some gesso. I wanted to kind of give the middle of the canvas a whitewashed look. I'm going to be, first I wanted to add a photo, but then I changed my mind and I added a Bible verse. So, but either way, it ended up how I wanted it. So now I'm going to be taking some natural colored cheesecloth, and I ripped it so that it kind of gives that frayed look on the edges. And I'm using the hot glue and also some 3-in-1 adhesive from Beacon to adhere it to the canvas. And this gives a really nice texture to the canvas. And then I'm kind of taking that tool again. It's kind of just like a different type of paintbrush, I guess. I'm sure there is a correct name for it, but I don't know it, so I apologize for that. I'm taking that lace that I sprayed and placing it off to the side there. So now I'm just going to be adhering my Bible verse that I stamped, and I used Stays on ink for that. And I used some cardboard to pop it up. I think I used 3 layers of cardboard so that it kind of sits, so that gives the project a lot of dimension. And now I'm adhering some just embellishments, flowers, and die cut leaves and things like that. So here I'm going to be adding these beads, and I have seen a lot of different types of beads and things being used in projects, and I wanted to try it out, and I love the effect that it gave. It gives nice texture and a different type of look to your project. So I'm taking this chipboard piece that I had left over from a different project and using the patina textures and just scraping it on there. And I did use some of the dimensions in the Blueberry Hill color as well. And now I'm taking the textures in the patina color and scraping it randomly. Wanted to give it a little bit more texture and color. Wanted to add a little bit more of that color to the project. To finish my project, I wanted to add a butterfly, and I do put some of the glue and seal on the butterfly to stiffen it up. And then I pounced the tool that I've been using through the whole canvas, and it did have a little bit extra paint on it, so added a little bit of color there. And that pretty much completes the project. For a full list of items I use from Shimmerz, be sure to visit the Shimmerz blog, and all of the links will be down below. If you place an order with Shimmerz, be sure to put my name in the merchant box, Tiffany, so that you will receive a free sample of either dazzlers or textures or a full bottle of dimensions of your color choice. Thank you again so much for watching, and I will catch you guys later.